20-year-old content creator that hasn't gone to college yet. I know what many of you may be thinking. You may be thinking, oh, this is just another random girl that came straight from TikTok after becoming viral for some stupid video. And it's just a matter of time before she starts making shitty music. But no, that's not my case. So I'd like to explain what I mean with content creator by showing you some of my work until now. So let's take a look, shall we?
Self. Greetings humans and all kinds of creatures watching this video. Unlike Blondie and her fellas pedos,
we found out that Coryniopodos can get new powers by mutating.
it's Blondie's time! Welcome to another video of my series. In previous matches, I noticed that my friends have Negapodo cards, which are very rare, and I don't have any.
You had one job. One simple job. Wait! Stop recording! You too! I told you! You'll only start recording right after I scream action.
A year ago, the company that developed the trading cards video game Polychromics approached me with a job offer, and you may be wondering why would they hire a 19-year-old teenager with no experience. So the creator of the video game is Alejandro Caballero. He's my father, and he's the one who approached me and told me, hey, I need help with this project. You'll see the storybook for this universe is not complete and I don't have time to finish it. I have a lot of work to do. And since I was already going to take a year before I went to college and looking for a job or something else to do, I said, yeah, why not? And so I started working for my dad, practically. But yeah, and I started working on the storybook of Cariño Land. I helped out my dad fulfilling some chapters, writing the script and everything. But I noticed that the game didn't have much content in social media, and I thought, like, how are you planning to make this game successful with no content in social media? So I told my dad, hey, you really need content here. Let me work on that. Let me create videos, create posters, anything that can be published, even memes. I want to help you out with that. And he told me, like, isn't that a lot of work? And I told him, yeah, but I mean, I'm a fast writer, you know? It doesn't mean that I don't pay attention to what I write, what I do. I do, but I mean, the script was already done. The story was already done, the characters were already done also. So all that he needed me to do was to fulfill some things and to help him out with the ending of the story. It was done until chapter 5 and I had to write the rest. Has it been easy? No. Do I regret it? No. Do I complain a lot? Yes. Would I do it again? Absolutely. It has been one of the best experiences in my life and I'm really grateful for it. I know what it sounds like to say I'm working for my dad. Of course you'll think, oh, she's daddy's little girl, she's daddy's little princess, and I'm going to tell you, yes, I'm a princess. I'm Cinderella and he's the evil stepmother. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. He's a great boss, not only to me, but the rest of the employees. He's amazing and I don't ever want to stop working with him. We just click, you know? He understands the way that I think and I want to talk about that. He didn't give me the job because I'm his daughter. He gave me the job because he knew that I had what he was looking for. He understands how I think and the things I create because I've been creating content practically since I was in high school because I started writing when I was in high school and he knew, he read my material and that's why he hired me, and I'd like to explain this part. He has taught me everything I know about marketing, about creating content for marketing campaigns and everything. The only thing that he has failed to teach me is programming, but that's his job, not mine. I've been into art in every possible way since I was a child. I've done this 3D animation thing. I ran it for like a year when I was in elementary school, but I didn't have enough time. It's really hard to learn how to create animations. It's not easy, so I quit. But I kept writing, I kept dancing, I kept drawing also. But I know that these things don't make me exceptional. I'm not an exceptional person. I'm not a genius. I don't have any amazing skills. All that I've done is work hard, learn as much as I can, because when I first started editing videos, I wasn't awful, but I could do better. And that's what I've done all this year. I've become better at editing and writing, and I know that I have a long way to go. There are a lot of things that I still have to improve, but I'm very happy with where I am today, the place that I'm at today. Now, I'm Mexican. I live here in Mexico, and education here, we have public education, but my parents didn't like that, so they put me in private school my whole life. Now, private school here is expensive. It's very, very expensive, at least the one that I was given to. So I was kind of an investment, but well, aren't we all? I mean, we children from business people, we're all investments at the end of the day. Yes, we are their children, but we're also an investment. Let's be honest about it. The other reason why he hired me is because when I was in high school, they taught me a lot of things. They taught me how to use Photoshop. I have actually a certificate. I can use it in a professional level, and I also have a high level in English. I think that I have a B2. I know that sometimes I make mistakes, but it's because I mean, it's hard for me to speak in front of a camera, even in Spanish, which is my first language, but that's a me thing, you know. But yeah, he knows that I was well educated and that I made the best out of what they taught me in high school. It was really hard. I struggled a lot, but at the end of the day, I learned everything that I needed to learn and more. So I had everything that I needed to start working with him. And let's be honest, it was going to be easier to hire someone he already knew. The point that I'm trying to make here is that I was raised for helping out my dad. My dad has always wanted to create his own business, and he has raised me to think that way. To not be just an employee, to also create on my own, to be a creator, to not follow anyone, to be my own person, you know? Of course, many of my teachers, especially the master of the school, wasn't happy about my decision. It's a small school. We were a small class of like 12 kids, and of course all of our professors asked us, oh, what are you going to do before you graduate? And when I told them that I was going to work for my dad after I graduated, they were thinking like, oh, it's such a waste, you could go so far, you could do so much if you got a title at college. Sucks to be wrong, doesn't it? Now, I don't live on my own. I don't have an apartment or a house. I've been working this whole year here at my family home with my dad, my mom, and also one of my best friends. We're all in the same house 24/7, working most of the time from Monday to Friday. We rest on Saturdays and Sundays. And let me tell you, this is not easy, and that's the next thing that I want to talk about. What many people say when I tell them that I work from home with my family is, oh my god, that's so cool. You get to stay home in your pajamas all day. I don't even have a specific hour to get to work. I can work from 12 in the afternoon to, I don't know, 7 8 p.m. if I want to, or maybe I just get to finish some stuff. It just take me like 3 hours and that's it for the day, right? I mean, it's cool. And yeah, it's really cool, and I get to do that in my pajamas. It's the most comfortable thing in the world. But I'm not an introvert. I don't like to stay at home 24/7. It can get really upsetting for me, and I get suffocated actually. Sometimes I just wake up and I say, oh my god, I don't want to be at my house right now. I don't want to be at home. I want to work somewhere else. I wish I had an office, because that's the way I am, right? Home office is not for everyone, especially if you work with your family. The thing about working in the family business and having a home office is that if the family goes down, everything goes down. Now, let's be honest, we've all had trouble with a classmate or a co-worker, and maybe it upsets us and the tension is there in the workplace. But it's different when it's about family. It all crumbles, and it's really weird, working at home with your family if we're angry or mad at each other. It's really uncomfortable. On top of that, I've had to deal with anxiety, depression, and burnout on my own, because I didn't have a therapist at the time, and I don't know, I really didn't want to have my family involved in that. Everyone has their own problems, and I don't want to be a burden, so I don't usually tell them how I feel. I'd rather just handle it on my own. I know that's not the healthiest way to solve problems, and I'm working on it. But all those problems about anxiety, burnout, and everything, it also has to do with the isolation. I mean, it's different when you are in a working space with a lot of other people and you get to get along with everyone and sit together at lunch, people that are not related to you, and you can have a normal relationship with them, get to know them. I mean, it must be fun. Oh my god, that's so sad. It must be fun. I mean, I'd like to do that too, but I don't get to for now. One of the things that I like to make clear about my content is that I'm not going to sell you a perfect lifestyle. I've watched lots of videos about bloggers just showing you their perfect routine, and waking up at 5 a.m. and writing their some gratitude notes. And I mean, that's okay, but that's not for me, and that's not what I'm here to show you. I don't have that kind of routine, and I'm a messy person, and I'm proud of it. I really like the person that I am. I like to get out of the routine once in a while. I like the way that I handle myself at work. In fact, one of the nicest things that my dad slash boss has ever told me is that even though he knows that I struggle a little bit with mental health sometimes, he tells me, even though you struggle with your mental health, you get through it. You get through it and you get the job done. Because I know that I have to work, even if I'm depressed, even if I have a lot of anxiety or anything. I have to find a solution and keep working, because I think that that's what life is about too. It's about working hard earning what you have. Keep working for the things that you love, the goals that you want to achieve, and that's what I'm here to show you, right? I have lots of goals, small ones, because I don't like to plan long term. We've seen that that doesn't work. But yeah. The human soul is made of different parts. The part that I want to show you, there are two parts, right? The messy one, the one that gets things done even though there's a lot of chaos involving the environment, and the other part is the one that also wants to improve, you know? I struggle, for example, with getting up on time, getting up early. I have always struggled with that. I'm not a morning person, but I want to change that because I want to make the best out of the day, you know, from first thing in the morning, and that's one of the things that I want to work on. But yeah, I think that those parts are the ones that make my personality mine, you know. We all have those two parts that are completely opposite, but at the same time they work side to side, and I think that's pretty cool. I know that some people watching this video may be students. If you're a student right about to graduate from high school and you still don't know what to do with your life and you have a lot of doubts about your career, let me tell you that there's no manual about how to live your life. There's nothing written. We get to choose our paths. Maybe there's a lot of pressure on you, right, from your parents, from your teachers, but they ain't going to live your life for you. You're the one that is going to live that life. And there is always a way to make money out of what you love. You just need to find the way. Or even if you can't work for with the thing you love, try to look for another option. I know that sometimes we say, oh my god, I'm going to die if I don't do this or do that, but you ain't going to die. You just need to keep looking, keep moving forward. You'll find your own way, because life is about choices, you know, and we have to make the best out of it. The point is, opportunities will show up when you least expect them. We just need to acknowledge them. Maybe you get an opportunity for a career or a job that you didn't want in the beginning. That's what happened to me. I didn't want this job at the beginning, but I took it, and I think that is the best decision that I have done. And maybe it could happen to you too, if you just give it a try. Life is like a stream. If you go in the opposite direction, it will be hard. And at the end of the day, it will drag you along with it. But if you just float and let things be, you can get to see where it leads you to. And it may lead you to a beautiful place, right? Maybe you can't see it now, but you will see it someday. If you open your mind and work along with the stream, it will take you far. And I think that's the best lesson that I've learned this year. I had so much fun filming this video. Honestly, I never thought that I would be doing this kind of thing. I hope to see you guys again soon, and I'll see you later.